G'day again. Welcome back to Dad vs. Son and our playthrough of Great War Commander, Scenario 1, Birth of a Legend, and things are starting to come to a little bit more of a head. The Germans have got their Hauptmann back and they're coming up towards Objective 2 with a company of Fusiliers. Lieutenant Rommel has got his other company over here and is pushing up and starting to put a fair bit of pressure onto the French left flank. And we have a raging blaze up here in the centre at the moment, which could become difficult for this guy or this guy at the time. So let's see what we've got. So we're up to the Germans again. They had 3 fires and an artillery denied and have picked up another fire and a recover. Righto, nothing to move whatsoever. Right, so I think we might fire. But where shall we fire is the question. The Germans have lost their only heavy weapon from down here when they lost that Fusilier in the shell crater there. I'd like to try and knock these guys down so I could have a go at them. I'd like to get rid of this machine gun, but it's basically become a little bit isolated now. And I'd like to get rid of this extra leader they have over here, Lieutenant Grenier, to stop him sneaking down and taking control again down here of Objective 5. And I'm just trying to think of the best way to go about this. So let us look at firing. And I think what we're going to do first is we're going to activate Lieutenant Rommel and his people here. And we're going to get this Fusilier to fire in against this leader here in this building. And then we'll get these group as a fire group to fire into here. So this is going to fire first. So we have 5 into there. And I have nothing to add to it. So it's 5. There's no hindrance or anything else there. Plus 8 is 13. And we have a German event, which is Auftragssieg again. You may displace a friendly leader and any friendly unit stacked with him into an adjacent hex. So I don't think that's a good idea at the moment. I could move these up into here and take control of Objective 2, but then this guy is out of command radius. I could take these guys and move them up to here and then bring fire to here rather than here, but that's going to leave this little guy swinging in the breeze a little bit. He'd still be in command radius, but I think keeping them together as a fire group is better. So we've fired it up into here for 13, and their leader is in there for 11. And has things that could help if need be. But he's got another 7 and he is fine. Okay, so we're going to fire into here with the rest of the company. So we have 7, 8, 9 into here. Again, I have nothing to help with that. Plus 9 is 18, so that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. So what do we have that they can use? So this guy would be here for 9, 10, 11, 12, and he's going to be in there for 12 as well. So I think what we might do to start with is we're going to use concealment. And we're going to take 2 off the fire coming into here. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so we only now have 16 coming into here for this. So This guy is here for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Plus 9 is 21 and he's fine. And we have 12 there for him as well. Plus 7 is 19, which is fine as well. So that's the end of the first order for the Germans. Now, we can't really fire with anyone else, so our 2 fire orders are useless. We don't need to recover, which is a good thing. Oh, sorry, our 3 fire orders are useless. And we can't use anything else, so we just get 1 new card for the Germans, and that's the end of their turn. And we go to the French, who have a artillery request that we're still hanging on to for the action. Now, if available, place a team and its 75mm gun in a setup hex with at least 2 cover into which your opponent just fired, which would be here or here. Now, wouldn't that be interesting? So we're going to do that as an action. So let's grab, we've got a specialist over there, we need a 75. We grab our specialist, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put them here, just as a buffer in case the Germans try to advance into here. That's going to give me some more value. So that's done. That leaves us with a move and a recover. So we have 2 orders that we can give. We don't have anything to recover, so forget about that. Is there anybody we want to move? And again, what we could do is try and move this guy out of the way. Now, if I chuck him up into here, that's a move of 1, and there is no line of sight. Then into here, that's 2. Again, no line of sight. Bring him into here for 3. There is no line of sight. 4 to here, no line of sight, and then I could bring him into here for 6, and that's what we'll do. So 1 to here, there is line of sight. You're an idiot. Hang on, let's have a look at that again. You see here, I'm sure they've got a line of sight there. I was looking from this guy, there's no line of sight. This guy, there is no line of sight due to the building. This guy gets a shot. Is that worth it? So if we're going to do that, we may as well just go straight to here and we get the 3 cover. So we go into there for 2. The Germans have a shot up through here, and they're going to take it. So they are going to opportunity fire. Sorry. This is our move order that the French are doing. The Germans are opportunity firing. They're not going to add anything to it. So these are the only ones that can fire up into there. So we have 5, 6, 7 up into there. -1 for hindrance is 6. +5 is 11. Not real flash at all. And Frenchman is up there for 11. +9 is 20. And yeah, safe as house. Oh, sorry about that. Wow. Talk about earthquakes. Hey, I'm back again. Righto. So he's gone to there for 2. He goes to there for 4. He can't see. Can he? And he has no line of sight there either. And then he comes in here for 6. And we do have line of sight again. So they fire again for 7. Up into there, -1 is 6. +6 is 12. And this guy is here for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 to start with. And he's fine. And we have a French event, which is Scrounge. Return a friendly eliminated weapon to play under your control. There are no friendly eliminated weapons. So, and then we have the Lieutenant, again, who's up there for 11. And we have time. Okay, so he's safe. We advance the time counter by 1. The French get 1 VP, so we're down to 0 VPs again. We do the shuffle. We do not have any smoke or gas to remove. So that's fine. There's no sudden death. No reinforcements. Both place dig-ins. Nobody has any dig-ins, and both sides still have a strategy card, so no hassles there. So that's the end of the French move. They don't do any more. The opportunity fire is gone, and French get 3 new cards. No defender only stuff. 1 defender only stuff on there. Yep. And we're over to the Germans, who have 2 fires, an advance, a recover, and an artillery denied. Okay. And they do have an ambush. So do they advance into here? Now, if they do, the French are liable to just flip this guy, and they'll just lose 1, which means that they'll have 3, and 7 is 10, and 2 is 12, against our 7 and 2 is 9. And then what else do we have to help? We have nothing else to help German-wise. So we would be not looking real flash at all. Okay, so that's not a good advance. We could advance up here and take control of objective 2. And we need to start putting some pressure up here, that's for sure. So let's do that. I don't want to take the chance at the moment, so we are going to advance. We're going to activate Hauptmann Waldau and his people. They'll advance up into objective 2 and along the gully and take control of that. We don't know if that's worth anything at the moment. And then we will fire. We need to do something, that's for sure. So we are going to fire, and we're going to use, again, this group here. I don't know if he can actually shoot at anybody. No. Can't shoot into here, can't shoot into there. So he's just sitting there at the moment. But he's getting ready for a run to go. So we're going to fire here. So we have 7, 8, 9 into here. We do have 1 hindrance. So maybe that takes it down to 8. So if we don't fire with him, we have 7, 8 into there anyways and no hindrance. So we might do a separate shot with him over to here just for the fun of it. So we have 8 into here. Right. So 8 plus 8, 16. Not to be sneezed at. So first one we have is this specialist, the weapons team. And he's in there for 8 and 2 is 10 and 3 is 13. And do they have anything? They do have a probe they can use. They do have a concealment. I don't think they want to use it at the moment. So, okay, so we have 16 into here. This guy is in here for 8, 9, 10, 13. Plus 6, so he's fine. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Plus 7, he's fine. And Lieutenant Antoine, again, in there for 12. Plus 9, so he's fine. But we have a French event, which is Valor. A friendly unit adjacent to an enemy formation becomes a veteran. Okay, now, friendly unit is platoons, teams, and runners, but not leaders. So, let's make it our little line man here. Like that. Okay, so we've done our advance, we've done our fire, and that is that for the Germans. They get 3 new cards, and we're back to the French, who have a recover, a move, an artillery request, and a runner. Okay, so we can't put the runner here because we'll be overstacked. So forget about the runner at the moment. We don't have anything to fire with, which is a pain in the bottom. We don't need to recover. Is there anywhere we want to move now? And I suppose the question now is, do we grab these little fellas and move into here or here to help stop this guy just running away if he wants to? That is the question. I can only get rid of 1 card if I want to. So I'm actually going to get rid of this move card and get 1 new card for the French, and we're back to the Germans because I really need something to fire with or something. So the Germans have a fire, a recover, artillery denied, pick up an artillery request, and a HMG suppress. Wow. Okay, so let's have a look here. If we decided to fire, do we have anything of these other twit cards that we can use? And the answer is no. So that's not a great help at all. We have nothing where we can move, which doesn't help at all. The HMG suppress at least has a probe on it, which is good. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get rid of the artillery cards. That's 3 of them, and 3 new cards for the Germans. And we're back to the French, who have now picked up a move again to go with their recover, artillery request, and runner. So again, not much bloody chop. Damn it. So I'm going to get rid of the runner card and get a new one for the French, and we're back to the Germans. Fire, HMG suppress, recover, and they've picked up an artillery request, and a move. Right. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is a move. And what I'm thinking of doing is getting these guys moving up to bring some pressure up here. So we're going to move, activating Hauptmann Waldau and his people here. So this Fusilier is going to move, and he's going to go 1 over the fence, 2 to here. And there is no line of sight. And then he's going to go 2 into the woods here. And we have line of sight from here and here into here now. Do the French have anything to fire with? And they do. Do they really want to use it? And I think they have to. So they are going to opportunity fire. It has an ambush on it. That's why I really considered not using it, but I think we've got to. So we're going to activate Lieutenant Labas and all of his people. So straight up, we're going to fire with these two. So we have 6 plus 1 is 7, but we have 1 hindrance. So we're firing for 6. And we'll just call it quits there at the moment. So we have 6 plus 10, 16. So not to be sneezed at. And he's up there for 10. We have a probe that we can use, but let's see how we go. So he's up there for 10 plus 7 is 17, and he's happy. So he's gone 2, 4, cannot do any more. This guy's going to go 2, 4 to here. Now, this is the only guy and this guy, but they can't form a fire team, so this guy is, or a fire group, so this guy is going to fire. He's firing for 5 minus 1 is 4. Plus 4 is 8. And that guy is sitting there for 10. Plus 10 is 20, and he's happy as Larry. And then he's going to come forward to here. So that's his 2. Sorry, he went 2, 4. Can't go any further. Idiot. He stops there. This guy is now going to come up 2, 4, and he sits there. And then the Hauptmann, Waldau, is going to go 2, 4 up into here. And hopefully be able to advance into here and start rolling these up. Okay, so again, this mob here can shoot into here. So we have 6 plus 1 is 7, minus 1 is 6. And we are going to use Elan this time to add 2 to it. So we have 8 plus 5, 13. Okay. So this guy is here for 10, 11, 12. Plus 10, he's fine. And the Hauptmann is there for 10. Plus 7, he's fine as well. And we have a German event. It was an event, yes. Which is Interdiction, Breeze. Suppress 1 unit in a hex with less than 1 cover. Nobody has less than 1 cover except for our little runner down here. So he's gone. And then remove all gas and smoke, which we don't have any. And the blazes spread 1 hex in direction 1 to buildings and woods. And direction 1 is directly north. There are no buildings or woods here or here. So nothing happening. Okay. And that is that. That's the move done for the Germans. What do they want to do now? They have their fire. And that's all they could do. So let's chuck some fire out again. I don't think I fired into here last time like I was going to, but yeah, okay, I'm an idiot. So for the their second order, they're going to fire. They're going to activate all these people here. I'm going to fire with this guy first over into here. So he's firing for 4. Nothing to help. Plus 4 is 8. I think he's plinking at cans more than anything else. And this guy's in here for 10. +6 and he's fine, but we have a French sniper shooting into N6, and N6 is here with a French sniper, means that this guy gets hit. Well done, that man. Okay, so then we have these guys firing into here. So again, we have 7 and 1 is 8 into here with nothing to help, no hindrance at all. And we have 8 plus 8 is 16 and a German event. And the German event is Valor. A friendly unit adjacent to an enemy formation becomes a veteran. Okay, so whom do we want to make a veteran? And I suppose this guy has, excuse me, has been doing it all. The only thing I forgot, sorry, is I was going to use the probe on this guy. So I've done that. It doesn't affect anything else that happened. Righto, so we fired in here for 16. Again, the French have a probe they can use if need be. This guy is here for 13. And 9, he's fine. This guy is now here for 13 as well. And 11, so he's fine. Excuse me. And we have a French sniper hitting at L2, which is here, so it does nothing. And then we have Lieutenant Antoine in there for 12 as well, +8, and he is fine. And that is it for the Germans, and they will get 3 new cards. And how's our time going? 26, 27. Okay, so the French have a move and a recover. A move and a recover. Excuse me. Righto, move and recover, move and recover. Okay, I'm going to move this guy and bring him back into the fold. So he's going to come up here, which allows him to bring fire into here now. So it comes down to, do the Germans have a fire? And they do not have a fire at all. Okay, so he's moved to there. He's happy to stay there. And that is it for the French. They don't have anything that needs recovering. They are still good with all their cohesion. They get 3 new cards. And we are back to the Germans, who have picked up, to go with their recover and their 2 artillery requests, an advance, a move, and a recover. Okay, advance, move, and recover. So they have 2 recovers now. So the question is, do we advance? And if we do, where do we advance? So we have a couple of choices now. We could advance these guys into the machine gunner, which is a pretty good bet. Or we could advance these guys into here, but then, oh, that's okay, because he's on there, so he's not going to lose any cohesion. And in fact, we could advance all of these. This guy could come into here. These guys could go into there. He could come up into here. So we're still good. So that's the choice. They have a pretty good fire group here now, especially with this gun that they haven't been able to fire yet. But I don't have an ambush. Do I have anything else that would help if I advance? And the answer is no. Jesus. As much as I would like to go in there, I need to cut down on what damage they can do here, because this is just getting ridiculous. So we are going to advance. We're going to activate all of Lieutenant Rommel and his people. And Lieutenant Rommel is going to advance into here with his veteran platoon. This guy is going to advance. No, he's not. This guy is simply going to advance over one and stay here within the command radius. So it comes down to what the French can do. Do they have an ambush? They do not. However, they do have a bayonets and they do have an elan. So the French are at 5 to start with. So they're going to use bayonets. Play before making a melee roll, add 2 to the roll. So that gives them a +2. So they're straight up to 7. Now these guys are on 8, 9, 10 against 7. So do I also play elan, which would give us another 2, and that would then bring it up to 9 to 11. 9 to 10. And I really think it's probably worthwhile. So we're going to do it. So he's now up to 9. All righto. So we're drawing for the French. Oh, Jesus. 2. I think I just wasted 2 cards. Okay, and the Germans have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, they can't get a 1, so... Yep, 6, and they do it, and they knock him out. And we lose our machine gun, and we lose our 4th squad, and that's 2 VP for the Germans. Well done, the Germans. Well, it worked out the way they wanted. I was hoping the French were going to pull something out of their hat, but the only thing they pulled out was a baguette. Righto. So that's their advance done. Okay, so they now have a move that they can do, and that's it. So I'm just going to move their runner. He can move 5. He moves. There he goes. He's back off the board. 1 VP for the Germans. There you go. 3 VP now for them. And that is their move order. That's their 2 orders completed, and they get 2 new cards and a move. Okay, and I think we're going to call it quits there and come back with the French. They don't need to recover. They're not going to move. They're just going to take 2 cards. And it'll be the Germans' turn when we come back, because I'm about to run out of memory again. So, again, sorry about the earthquake before and everything else. And I will catch you next time. Bye for now.